what I got on my mail! This is my postgraduate work permit, and it's given to eligible international students to gain valuable Canadian experience after schooling. It took me less than an hour to process for one, and in this video, I'm gonna share with you the step-by-step process for filing for one. I am Eartha, and I'm a former international student, and this is your ultimate guide for filing for your postgraduate work permit. Before you process your postgraduate work permit or your PGWP application, I encourage that you secure your supporting documents because the application has a 60-day limit. If you're not able to process your application within 60 days, then you have to redo the process, and we don't want that. So the supporting documents include your PGWP letter coming from your post-secondary institution. The PGWP letter includes your official completion date, the courses that you've completed, as well as the mode of delivery. You'll also need your official transcript. So the difference between the official transcript and unofficial transcript is that official transcript has a credential summary, which includes your program, your major if you have one, your official completion date, as well as your final GPA. You might be tempted to send your unofficial transcript, but I encourage you to wait for your official transcript because we'll never know if there might be delays that you'll encounter if you opt to upload your unofficial transcript. You'll also need the copy of the first page of your passport and a photo with a full front view of your face and tops of your shoulder with a white background with a dimension of 31 by 36 millimeters. The photo that I used was actually the same picture that I submitted when I was applying for my international student visa, which was about 18 months ago. But of course, you want to make sure that you check on the rules and regulation because the least we want is for your application to be delayed. After you secure all your supporting documents, the next step is to apply for your postgraduate work permit, and this is how you do it. First, you need to go to your GIC account. If you do not have one, please visit my website because I will be sharing there the step-by-step process on opening one. Once you've logged in to your GCK account, you have to scroll down to see this page. And even though you're already residing in Canada, you still need to click on Apply to Come to Canada to start your PGWP application. Don't worry if you do not have your personal reference code. You can click on the Visitor Visa, Study and or Work Permit button. We will go through all the questions that may cause confusion and are necessary for your application. For the first question, what would you like to do in Canada? Since you're applying for your postgraduate work permit, then you'll go ahead and click on Option Work. The rest you can answer accordingly. For the current immigration status in Canada, since you're a study permit holder, you can still go ahead and click Student for this question. Even though you plan to work on campus, since you're already an alumni, your answer would be a no here. Since you're no longer a student, your answer to the first question would be a no. And if you have graduated with a certificate or a diploma which is over 8 months, your answer will be yes on the second question. For the last question on this page, since you are no longer an enrolled student, your answer would be a no. On this page, for the first two questions, you can answer according to your situation. But on the last question regarding your written job offer, I would like to emphasize that you do not need a job offer for a PGWP application. If you have a copy of your official letter from your school that confirms you've completed your study program, as well as a copy of your final transcript, then say yes. If not, then click on no. This page is asking you for your marital status as well as the province or territory of your destination. Hence, you can answer according to your situation. And these are your results. So since you're applying for a postgraduate work permit, you will choose your postgraduate work permit in Canada option. Similar to the previous question, this page is asking you if you have your official letter from your school that confirms that you've completed your study program, as well as a final copy of your transcript. Do you have a medical exam performed by an RCC authorized panel physician by your doctor within the last 12 months? If yes, then you click on yes. If not, then you click on no. Do you plan to work in any of the following jobs on the bullet form? If yes, click on yes. If not, then click on no. If you're not working or you do not intend to work in any of these jobs, then you do not have to have a medical examination. But if you do, then you have to apply with a medical exam that is not more than 6 months. Similar to the previous question, if you intend to work in any of the following jobs listed on the bullet form, you click yes. If not, then you click on no. If you want to submit an application for a family member, then you hit yes. If not, you hit no. If you're applying yourself, then you can choose to hit the radio button no. But if you are giving someone access to your application, then you choose the appropriate radio button. If you've done biometrics in the past 10 years, you can hit yes here, but if not, you can hit the option no. If you are paying for the fees for this application, then you click on the yes option, but if not and you're exempted, then you click on the no option. Do you have an access to a camera or a scanner for a digital copy of your document? If yes, then you click on yes. If not, then you click on no. Will you be able to pay for your application fee online? If yes, click on yes. If no, click on the option no. Before you officially submit your application, you'll be given a chance to review your answers. If you're okay with it, then you scroll down and click on the continue button at the bottom of the screen. Now that you're done answering the questionnaire, you have to fill in the application form. We will go through the sections on this application form that requires your attention. You want to choose whether you want the service in English or French. For section 3, although you receive a co-op permit, you still need to choose to apply for a work permit for the first time or a new employer because co-op permits are usually tied in with your post-secondary institution. In section 7, it is assumed that you are residing in Canada, and since you're still a holder of a study permit, here you will choose student for a status and you'll go ahead and update the validity of your permit. On section 8, you have to list down all the countries that you've stayed in for over 6 months within 5 years, aside from the country of your citizenship. And you have to update the status as well as the duration of your stay. Section 9 is where you update your marital status. And section 10 is where you update the details of your spouse or your common law partner. On the languages section of the document, you'll update your native language or your mother tongue, as well as your communication preference, either English, French, both, or neither. Passport section is where you update your passport information, and on the national identity document section is where you update an additional ID if you have one. In my case, I included my Canadian driver's license. And for the contact information, that is where you update your current information, including your mailing address, residential address, telephone number, and email address. On the details of intended work in Canada, since it is for a postgraduate work permit, then we'll go ahead and choose that option. You do not have to provide any other details here. So you can leave the rest blank, especially if you're still looking for a job while doing this application. For the education section, it is said here that you have to update your highest level of post-secondary education. I know most international students have a bachelor's or master's or even a PhD before coming in Canada, and that is what you put here since it is asking for your highest post-secondary education. For the employment section of the application, you are required to write down your past employment for the past 10 years. And if you look at the application, it is limited to 3 sections. And if you're like myself, who have worked for about 7 different employments for the past 10 years, this is not enough. So what I did was, I explained my employment journey on the client information, which is another attachment. For the background information, you can answer according to which is appropriate to your situation, but I'd like to draw your attention to section 2, line C, which asks if you've previously applied to enter or remained in Canada. So although technically PGWP application is done after your study permit, you have to click on yes here because your study permit is your first application to stay and enter in Canada. Once you're done answering the form, you can scroll down and type in your signature. And after that, you can scroll up and validate your form. Client information is optional, but of course, we do not want to miss any opportunities for delay for our application. So for postgraduate work permit, client information is used to explain if you encounter any challenges during your studies, like if you require any leave during your program and other stuff. So this is the guideline if you require to write a client information. But in my case, I use client information to explain my work experience because on the application form, it says there that you have to share all your work experience within 10 years and 5 years, and the portion allotted is not enough. After uploading all the documents that you need to submit, then you have to pay for your fees. So the postgraduate work permit application fee, which includes the work permit itself and the holder fee, is $255. Of course, it might change without prior notice if you, of course, apply in a later year. If you think you made a mistake or missed an attachment on your application process, do not be worried because we have a solution. I actually missed attaching my student visa and my COP visa permit during my application, and I'm not really sure if it's required to attach those, but a friend of mine said that we have to. So I went to the web form, and on the web form, all you have to do is to look for the subject of your concern and write down your explanation why you missed to do such thing or you missed to upload such thing, and upload the necessary documents. Of course, as much as possible, we want to make sure that our application during the first time is perfect, in a sense that we have uploaded everything correctly and we have answered the application form appropriately, because we don't want to miss any chances for delays. But again, do not worry, because even though I made such mistake, I still got my PGWP release on time. And that's how you file for your PGW work permit. From there, all we can do is to wait and hope that we will not encounter any delay with our work permit. Since I finished a 2-year program, I was granted a 3-year open work permit, as well as a 5-year ETA or Electronic Travel Authority. So that means that I can leave Canada and can come back without a visa. If you're interested to know about the ETA or Electronic Travel Authorization by Canada, I'm gonna put a link down on the description. That is it for my video. I hope that you find this helpful. And I'd like to thank you for all your support and your comments and feedbacks. They are very heartwarming. Thank you so much, and please feel free to reach out to me by putting all your comments, suggestions, feedbacks on the comment section, or by reaching out to me on my social media platforms, Alberta. I also created a vlog, which I'm so excited about. If you have time, please visit my blog, which is alberta.com. Thank you so much again. And for those of you who are aspiring to come here in Canada, good luck with your application. I hope to see you around. If you're filing for your PGWP, I hope you get it soon, and good luck with your application. And I hope to see you on my next video. Bye for now.